Hello, everybody. Sunday Adelaja here from Kyiv, Ukraine. I want to use this opportunity to welcome all of you to our program. And the program is Creative and Innovative Hour. The topic of today is developing indigenous beauty and cosmetic industry in Nigeria. I just want to commend this wonderful couple. They are actually showing us what life in diaspora is supposed to be and how every Nigerian diaspora is supposed to actually behave, how we are supposed to condition ourselves in relations to our home countries. These people left Africa, came to Europe, and they discovered that they would not just live and die in Europe without impacting Africa, without living a life of impact. They were tired of living for Uncle Sam, just like most of us live. It's a sad life when you are just living to work, and pay bills. And all your life in Europe or America is just in paying bills. So these people decided to see what is it that we have in Africa. What is it that we could use the riches of experience and the knowledge we have gained in Europe? What is it we could take from Europe back to Africa to make Africa a better place? And what is it that we have in Africa that we could package to sell in Europe and work for ourselves, work for our destiny and our purpose, instead of working for Uncle Sam and being a slave of the system where you would never be recognized? She started delat Niger. So today I am very, very happy to present to you people who have taken it upon themselves to develop an indigenous beauty and cosmetic industry in Nigeria and Africa using 100% indigenous raw materials, product, and then building it into an industry that will be able to eventually compete with the world brands. So these people are taking up the challenge on themselves to build a brand, a beauty brand, cosmetic brand for Nigeria. I so much admire them. And this will be an opportunity for everybody that is out there that maybe has the money but doesn't have the idea, doesn't know where to invest. A lot of people write me all the time. They want to find out where to invest their money. Well, this is one of the opportunities here to build and launch something new and something that will definitely work out to outrun the foreign products that are taking over our country. So let me just introduce to you immediately the leader, the speaker. Unfortunately, the husband is not here, but she herself she's a powerhouse. So she's a leader and she knows exactly what's happening, and she'll be able to do the work for the whole family today. Nikki Christian, how are you doing today?
Hi, Pastor Sunday. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here.
You're looking
It's
great.
today
You are blushing.
Yeah.
You look very.
I'm so happy to be here.
You look
Yeah.
great. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you, Pastor Sunday. I'm fine. I face Pastor Sunday family, PSA family.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, everybody is happy to see you. But tell us your story. Who is Nikki Christian?
Well, my name is Nikki Christian. I'm a wife, a mother of 3. I study economics and management in the United Kingdom. I also have BBQ in mental health awareness and also drugs awareness. Before I go to my story today, I would like to first and foremost say a big thank you to God. God is the ultimate. To say a big thank you to God for bringing Pastor Sunday our way is a long story. I've been following Pastor Sunday now for the past 3 years, And I could tell you our life has really changed tremendously, if not because of God that brought Pastor Sunday on our way. And to be honest with you, I may say something very selfish today. And I hope that people will understand me. And I hope I'll be able to explain myself much better so that people will be able to understand what I'm about to say. Is that the reason why Pastor Sunday is still in Ukraine is because of somebody like me, somebody like you, and somebody that will be watching this program in the future. There is a reason why Pastor Sunday is still there, but obviously by God's grace, definitely all the demons that is fighting him, he will definitely overcome them.
Amen.
But he has to still be there just because of somebody like me. I will say to you that I've been looking for answers for so many years. I've been playing religion. I've been going to church every single time. I waste most of my time going to church. And sometimes inside me, when I go to church, I never knew I have so much enemy, because what we normally think about is about the facing enemies, trying to rob God, or trying to just sowing. It's all about one person, focus on one person, which is the pastor. And when that day, I was in my mind is just too much. I'm just always vexing inside of me because I wanted more. Jesus has been taken away from the church. It's all about the pastor, about self-praise, about wanting to be God, for people just to focus on them alone. And my husband and I keep on talking about this. Then I was thinking probably my husband and I, we are rebellious, we have problems, or we are weird people. But not until because to be honest with you, every time, especially on social media, it got to a point whereby I stopped going to church, because every single time we go to church, it's just the same old story every day. Sugarcoating preaches and everything every single day. Not until that day I was flicking through the social media, and this man came up, which Dr. Sunday came up. He was pastor before he changed it. And anytime, and this is the Pastor Sunday, anytime I see something pastor coming up on social media, pastors, this is me. I just keep flicking. I just don't pay 2 seconds or 3 seconds to even listen to any of the pastors, because it's the same old story every day. But when I just know, that's why I said I'm giving God the thanks. I'm praising God for making me to be so patient that day, Pastor. What you're thinking that I'm saying here, it is something that I'm really passionate about. Because if God did not orchestrate this, for me to be patient enough that day to listen, and when your video came up, if you remember, I was part of the first group of people when you started teaching this live program. I was, part of the group. And when your video came up and I saw Pastor Sunday Adelaja, I was like, oh, here we go again. What's this one going to say? But because that day, I don't know, maybe because of the way you were dressed, Pastor, you always have this colorful clothing and, your bow tie. I don't know, maybe that was what drew me to you, for me to have that patience that it just listen to what you're about to say. And I was like, oh, what is this one going to say again? Let's hear. At least he's dressing sleek, he's dressing nice. Let's hear what he's going to say this time. But I was patient enough that day, and I heard what you're about to say. And this is me. For good 30 seconds, my mouth was just wide open. What was coming out of your mouth? And immediately I just found my husband and I said, only something had happened in the house. You need to come and listen to this man called Pastor Sunday Adelaja. And my husband said, oh, I remember, I've heard that name somewhere before. The church, before me and my husband got married, he said, I've heard that name before. My pastor had mentioned that name before. And I said, please, I don't care what pastor says, just go and listen to what he's teaching, because then they just mentioned it, but we weren't following your teaching. Not until when we started following your teaching, our life just went like that. All what we've been discussing, because it's just like somebody confirming something that's in my heart especially my husband. So that's why I said, you and my husband, you just need to meet each other because you both have the same thing in common. To be honest with you, the same kind of, way of talking and preaching, the same way. That is how my husband is.
What? But
So
when your husband is not a Nigerian. Your
my
husband,
husband is not
yeah,
Nigerian.
he's a foreigner. So you being a typical Nigerian person, being brought
Yes,
up
sir.
in Nigerian church, didn't you think? Were you not suspicious of your husband that, hey, maybe, oh God, oh, maybe I married the wrong person when he started saying these things?
To be honest, my husband makes a lot with Nigerians. He has so much Nigerian friends. He was saying to me, when I said that to him, he said, "Yeah, I told you, didn't I? You thought maybe I was foreign or being too English or something. That look, this is what I've been saying to you. That it is just about me, and focus on one person." Because if you are a pastor, you have to be a service. You have to be servicing people, not people servicing you. You have to be a service to people. And that is why I said, well, thank God that I have seen better now. And so, I haven't said that. Reason why we went ahead to start doing something to change and transform our life is also the experience that myself and my husband also went through. Is our son. Before then, I remembered when we just had him. He was a normal child, normal baby. There was nothing wrong with him. His skin was perfect. There was nothing wrong. Not until when he clocked 2 years old, and he just started developing some skin problem. So when I was hearing your messages that saying that you have to develop your time, you have to manage your time, don't keep on wasting your time on something that is not productive. It now drew me back. I remember vividly growing up when my dad used to say to us that study to create something. Study to be an employer, not an employee. Create jobs for people. So that when you now start saying, because when my father used to say, then I was like, what's daddy saying? This is old school. I'll just go there, study, get a good job, and then start. But when I started hearing it from, sometimes they will say prophet has no honor, is this or at home? And when I started hearing it from somebody like you, and I was like, that is exactly what my daddy was also saying back home, even when I was still young, because I don't really know much then. But I was hearing it from you. You have to create something, and that really triggered inside of me. So, continue with my son. My son now developed this skin issue. I took him to the doctors. Doctors refer us back to the dermatologist, and the dermatologist diagnosed my son to have atopic eczema, which is atopic eczema is an inflammation in the skin that causes itchiness, redness, swelling. That the child, you just be scratching as if you're going to scratch your skin off. So they gave him cream, they gave him body wash, but nothing was working, sir. Nothing was working. So that day, I had this family friend in the church. I saw her son. Our son's skin was so perfect. There was nothing wrong with the son's skin. It was so beautiful. So I asked her, I said to her that, please, my son, my son just started developing some skin issue, but they've diagnosed him with atopic eczema. Is there any cream this cream that your son is using, can you introduce me to it and everything? He said, yeah. She bought them in from Nigeria. That our son also have eczema. That she would give me some after maybe following Sunday. So the following Sunday, she brought about 5 tubes for me, and she told me how to use it. So when I collected the cream from her, I brought it home. I didn't tell my husband, Pastor, and I know you'll be hearing it now. I pressed some of this because she told me that to take some out, mix it with shea butter, right? And I should start using it for my son. And to be honest with you, it was working.
It was working?
It was working. The cream was working. So, but along the line, about 3 months to 5 months that I was using that cream, I started seeing changes in my son's skin, that his skin started getting very thin. As in, it was thin, and there was a lot of what's it called? There was a lot of
Scratches?
not even scratches, lot of veins, green veins started coming out of his skin. It was so bad. And I was like, I now called and I said, so one of my friend came to the house that day, and I was now showing her that, oh, please, look at my son's skin, look at what look at his skin, look at the somebody gave me the cream, and she said, oh, let me see the cream. So when I showed her the cream, she just said, Nikki, are you so ignorant? This cream has really almost put somebody in London to jail, because this cream, don't you know this cream came from India? If this cream was so good, why didn't they bring it to somewhere like Europe, America, and other places? Why is it that it's in Africa? So I got so afraid now. And I started Googling about this cream, Pastor Sunday. The ingredient in this cream, you're not supposed to use, because normally I found out there was steroid in the cream. And part of the ingredient in the skin, part of the ingredient inside this cream, you're not supposed to use it for a long period of time, because it could actually cause kidney problem.
Ooh.
So you imagine, I've been using this stuff for the past 3 to 5 months because normally if they give you steroid cream in United Kingdom right here, the minimum you can use a steroid cream is 7 days, maximum is 2 weeks, which is 14 days. You're not supposed to use it, but I've been using it consistently, 3 to 5 months. So the mother also got into trouble. The woman that was using the cream for her son almost got into trouble, and I also fell into such victim. So until I just took every one of them, I binned them, and I went back to my GP. Obviously, I couldn't tell them I was using something unprescribed for me, because that thing, you're not supposed to use it for so long. And those things is not, because when one of the mothers that used this thing, they caught her from our GP here, they asked her to bring the cream she was using for her son. When she brought the cream, they almost put her in, she almost got into trouble, because she was not supposed to use that cream for so long, and the cream is not even supposed to be used, because all the ingredients in that cream is not supposed to be touched on normal people. So can you imagine how long some of we parents, even though sometimes we need and we want to help our children because of their skin issues and everything, we just want to just solve the problem, even if they are whatever skin problems, even be we facing it, not our children. And I think that was how ignorant I was then, before I now started seeking other moms. I joined into a group, and I was asking them, this is what my son is going through, this is our skin, this is what his skin is. And some of them said, there's nothing they can give you at the GP, I'm not going to lie to you, it's not going to work. I have turned into, all the moms who was not giving me their testimonies, now I have turned into using natural products. I don't use anything chemicals anymore whatsoever. And please, if you can show the video and the photos of my son when the skin was
photography.
I don't know if the photo is
the photo of your son.
Yes.
When the skin problem was there, right?
Yeah. When I stopped using the cream, and that is what happened to his skin. This is how his skin was. When I started when I stopped it, immediately I knew what problems that could cause for him in the future. That I stopped it, and his skin went so bad.
It went bad.
And it went so bad. Like that cream, you are not so. To be honest with you, is not a good cream at all. And I know I don't want to call the name of the cream because of controversial.
So,
I don't want
so this is what happened to the skin of your son.
Yes.
Wow.
That was exactly what happened to his skin. So I stopped.
So the thing got worse. It became much worse than even before you started using it.
Exactly. That is exactly what happened. And what as a mom, what I supposed to have done I supposed to probably check what is eating. His food is eating, is allergic to stuff. There was a day I gave him fish. He's allergic to
No,
fish.
okay. Now we are seeing another. We are seeing another picture now that is maybe it is now, but maybe we
Now,
should show
yes,
that later on. You will tell us
yes,
when to show that. Nina da paka ita paka
yes.
siwat.
So
Okay.
that is his skin
Well,
before.
yeah. Okay. So you want us to show when you stop using the? Yeah, it's this
Yes.
one.
When I stopped using the cream,
Okay.
that is what it did. His skin became even worse than before. So that was what happened. And when I took him back to the doctors, they had to also do allergy tests for him. And they saw that he was allergic because there was a day he ate a fish called red snapper. And every mom and dad watching me today, please always pay attention to what our children are eating. Because sometimes what they are eating could also contribute to every skin issues that we are going through. And the red snapper, the day he had the red snapper, Pastor Sunday, his neck went inflamed, his face was inflamed, all of his bodies was inflamed, and that was called red snapper. So doctors did the allergy test on him. He's never going to eat that again because it doesn't agree to his body. So I had to eliminate fish out of his diet. Dairy product, it doesn't take any dairy product. So we had to constitute, because children need milk. So we had to constitute to using coconut milk. So if you check inside my house today, we don't use any dairy product at all because of him. So we are using coconut oil to eat, to take our cereal. That is the only thing we use.
Coconut milk.
Coconut milk, yes, sir.
Okay.
We had to substitute it from fresh milk because fresh milk causes more allergy to trigger his eczema. So we try as much as possible to eliminate anything dairy product into his diet. So that is that. Then, so and another thing that I would like to mention is so after that, I started to look at to make sure I'm checking the food he's eating on a daily basis.
So when you stopped using that, is it soap or cream? Cream.
It's the cream.
When you stopped using that cream, did you begin to use another one or not immediately?
When I been all those ones, I went back to the GP. They gave me some products to use, but they were not working. So that was when I turned to some of the moms. I formed a moms group to tell whichever have experience with their kids, what did they use and everything. So majority of them said they all turned to natural product. So I started doing experiments in my home. I started mixing A and B and C together to create something. So when I started doing that, doing natural skin product for my son, I started seeing changes in his skin, and that is now when I started using my own product. I started the product for my kitchen. I was mixing A, B, C together to be honest with you, if you don't go through something, you'll not be able to discover some things. So to be honest with you, I would say, I will explain to my son in future, I would say I use him as a guinea pig, to be honest with you, for me to be able to find solution to the problem he was going through. So after I started, when I started using natural skincare for him, the changes was so superb. It was superb. So because I wanted to know more, I had to enroll myself into a natural skincare school in London. So I went on there. I was going to the school to go and learn more about natural skin. I just want to eliminate chemicals whatsoever in any things that we are using. So that very faithful day, we were doing we had a course that we wanted to do, which it was African black soap. So that day, I and one of the ladies, we were just two African people in our class. The rest are from Asia, from America, and British. So we were just the two African people. But because we were two African, and they said to us that to come and explain about African black soap.
You should come and explain?
To come and tell everyone about African black soap.
How do they know about African black soap?
The person who taught me how to make African black soap, Pastor, is an European woman.
It's not possible. I can't believe it. African black soap, the one my grandmother used to use for me in the village.
Pastor Sunday, I'm telling you.
You mean Europeans know about it?
Of course, sir, they do.
The one we threw away and embraced the chemical one.
I'm telling you, sir, you don't know what benefit what African black soap is. You don't know how unique African black soap is. Because even she was saying to me, she take hat off. Because African black soap is one of the safest. Because if something that if you don't know. Something that if we don't know, until another race embrace what we have, before we'll be able to appreciate what we got, what we have.
So they were asking you now, since you are two Africans there, to come and explain to them. They didn't know that you have been Europeanized.
And I have no clue because, sir, I didn't then, before I knew what I know now. I don't use it. I don't use it. But
Nikki,
I didn't.
Why were you brought up in Nigeria?
Yes, but I was brought up in Nigeria, sir.
Maybe you are not brought up in the village.
No, sir, I lived all my life in Lagos.
Ah, you are a city girl.
Yes, so I didn't.
You are one of the ones that have been Europeanized.
So I didn't really know anything about African black. So when I felt so embarrassed that day, and the woman had to say to me, Nikki, you don't have to be embarrassed. And they asked the other lady, she has no clue as well. So maybe she's a city lady like me, I don't know. So
is she Nigerian too?
She is a Nigerian as well. So she now started explaining to us how African black soap is made. She taught us in the class there because we had to do the
A European lady was teaching you how black African soap is made.
Yes, sir. But in a very subtle and European way of making African black soap, because of the regulation in this country, the way our mamas do it back home is not allowed here. So, but she substitute by showing us how it is.
No, but what did she tell you about this African black soap in the first place? How did she even get to know about it? What did she say about it? What is unique about it?
African black soap does a lot of things, Pastor. Because there's a lot of controversial, and is in between we Africans. We think African black soap, because there was a day I was having a conversation with one of my customers, and I was telling her, you need to use African black soap. It's very good. She said, she can't use African black soap because she's a very fair. She said she's going to make her dark. But what she doesn't know, because I would feel the same way, but not until I knew what I know now. Because majority of us, the controversial debate out there is that, African black soap, because it's black, it's going to make my skin black and things. But African black soap has so much good benefits.
I used to make it. I used to see my grandmother make it, and when I was very, very small, I could make it too. But now I don't even have an idea again. I forgot.
Person is very, very is a unique look. I will keep on, tell things. List of the things African black soap do. It cleanses the skin. Because it has antibacterial in it, antibacterial properties. African black soap is made from plants, sir.
Yes.
It's made from plants, from banana skin.
Yes.
Palm kernel, coconut oil, shea butter, all those things. It depends on the manufacturer, who are the people manufacturing it. They mix it and become a unique product. Depends on what people are adding to it. But the main property, the main ingredient of African black soap is banana skin.
Yes.
So African black soap, it helps, it cleanses the skin. It helps people with sensitivities, people who have sensitive skin. For you to know how it's not harsh on the skin compared to the soaps that we buy in stores. You understand?
Yes.
It also helps with blemishes and takes away dark spots. It fights acne. Those who have acne on their face, on the body, and everything, it helps. And it also helps to exfoliate your skin. Some people who use, we could find that some people use African black soap. Sometimes it's maybe if they are not allergic to cocoa, because you know that some people are allergic to cocoa, some people cannot take chocolates.
Wow.
So those kind of things.
You mean there are human beings living in this world who don't eat chocolate? Who are allergic to chocolate? Then they mean so. They are losing out though. You mean some people in this world have never eaten chocolate before?
Anything that is cocoa, some people are allergic to it. So you have to know your body. You have to know what you know.
So if they're in Nigeria, they cannot take Bonfita.
Like me now, sir. If I take Bonfita Pastor Sunday, it gives me bumps.
Okay.
Maybe because it's too rich. It just triggers me like that. I just start to get,
So in Nigeria, you are not taking Bonfita?
No, sir. It triggers. It makes me break out. Maybe because it's too rich.
Wow.
It's too rich. So that's the thing. So why is our product unique?
So what are the other things that the black soap does?
Yeah, I've mentioned that it fights acne, it fights body acne and facial acne. It exfoliates your skin. But some of us we have a lot of dead skin cells. If we want to get rid of dead skin cells, black soap.
Dead skin cells.
Yes. You know we have 3 layers of skin, Pastor Sunday. We have the epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis. The dead skin cells, the epidermis is the top layers of the skin. So sometimes if we want newer skin, we need to get rid of the top layers of the skin to get new skins out. So if you are using black soap,
you mean I could be walking around now and I don't even know that I have dead skin somewhere?
Yeah, there's dead skin cells on the surface of on the top layers of the skin. So we have to exfoliate.
So if it's dead now, how will I know?
Physically, you may not be able to see it, but when they use maybe like
hey, whoa! You mean some people are walking around with dead skins and they don't know?
Dead skin cell, yeah, top layers of the skin, and you have, because human being we normally shed skin every 7 days, Pastor Sunday. Majority of us don't know this. We normally shed skin. We shed skin. You know the way snake, shed their skin off and things like that. Human being does the same way as well. So you see that dead skin, that layers will just sit down there because of the suns, because of toxin out there, things we eat sometimes and things like that. It will just stay on the top surface of the skin. But if you don't get something to scrub it off, sometimes we use scrub. But the best thing for us to use is African black soap. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm promoting African black soap, but African black soap is actually very good and it is safe.
Is it one of your products now?
Sir?
Is it not one of your products now?
Yes, it is.
So why do you say you will not promote it?
Yes, I'm saying so. Yeah.
You've got to promote it now.
Yes, it's one of the best soap to exfoliate your skin. Majority of us out there using cream, and you're thinking, oh my God, I've been using this cream for a long time and this cream is not working for me. All you need to do is to exfoliate. You need to exfoliate your skin so that the new layers of skin will be able to come to surface, And that's why you need African black soap. You need North African black soap to be able to get rid of dead skin cells for you to, to have new layers of skin out. And
now that you are talking about dead skin cell, I wonder, how will you explain to me, okay, especially with, with our girls, with our
Yes.
Europe, black women who live in Europe.
Yes.
I started noticing this when I was in the university. A lot
Okay.
of the African girls that came here to study, after some time, and now I see it, people that I see who come, because we don't have a lot of black people here, but the ones I see that come from England and come from America to visit, to be here, I see that at the time, after they've been in Europe for 10, 20 years, that their skin, they are either it dries up but especially
Exactly.
of the hand, you see it's becoming blacker and it's deep
Exactly.
blacker than their skin and it's becoming
Yes.
roughened a bit like that.
Yeah.
And I would just wonder why is it that this weather, because the way it was explained to me by the African girls that I talked to, is that the weather, that is the cold, that is making their skin change color. But they use cream as well a lot. They use a lot of cosmetics and cream. And I was wondering, is it because of the cosmetics there? I'm thinking it's because of the cosmetics that they use, because I'm also black and my hand is not changing color like that. It's not becoming, but they use a lot of cream. And I was wondering, is it because of the cream? So do you know, I don't know if you know the kind of thing I'm talking about. There are some,
Of course.
black people, they have their skin changed. Are you aware of this?
Of course, Pastor Sunday. Let me explain one. If some of us we have this, dark knuckles, right?
Yes.
Now, what causes dark knuckles sometimes? Because especially the mothers,
Okay, in
it
the
will cause
kitchen, the water washing in the kitchen or things like that?
yes. What one thing that majority of us do not understand is that when we use too much of hot water, you understand?
Okay.
We are working with our hands every single day, washing the plates because it's not everybody
No,
that
but in
work.
Africa, people don't have that. They don't use hot water in Africa.
We don't use hot water, and also, sir, another thing that could cause it is the soap liquid we use as well.
Soap.
So imagine, yes, soap liquid. We use soap liquid to wash plates, to wash our dishes.
Okay.
Sometimes, if you use cream, let's say all those creams that is made with chemical substances,
Yes.
and we now cream our
Most of
skin.
the industrial soaps that are coming from the West, they are chemical now.
I'll get to that side, sir. I'll get to that side. The cream, sometimes because before I don't know all those things. Sir, when you go to the shop, majority of us can testify to this. There are some chemicals that you can't even pronounce. You understand? So those chemicals are mixed together. So if you cream your hand now and go to the kitchen to go and wash plates, wash your dishes.
Yes.
Then you have cream in your hand and then you use your washing liquid.
Okay.
There will be a chemical reaction.
I think that is it.
A chemical reaction will burn the skin without us knowing that. You see that the knuckles became darker and darker because we don't know that. Then we will not be, instead of us to be exfoliating, we do not exfoliate to get rid of those dead skin cells that the chemical reaction has really caused damages to the skin. Now, sir, you mentioned about soaps that the commercial soaps use. I remember one time our lecturer did say to us that the soaps that the shops, manufacturer, the big boys, people manufacturer, they are not supposed to be labeled as soap. They are supposed to be called detergents. And I'll give you the reason why it's supposed to be called detergent. What we do is soap because we mix butters and oil together alkaline and fatty acid and things like that mixed together. That is what becomes soaps. But what manufacturer
alkaline are healthy. That is the healthy stuff. That is
alkaline, which is sodium hydroxide, sir.
Yes.
Sodium hydroxide.
Yes.
Yes, sodium hydroxide mixed with fatty acid. It becomes soap. I remember there was a story back in the days. Even in the Bible mentioned about soaps in the Bible, and the soap in the Bible is called, I think it was called Borit. Borit, Bible mentioned Borit in the Bible, which has been translated to soap.
Okay.
Now, what they do is that if you mix fatty acid together with sodium hydroxide, there is a chemical reaction and it becomes soap. You understand? Back in the days, you know, I think ancient Babylonians, they were the first people who, first of all, according to research that I did, they were the first people who, first of all, detected what soap is, because they were mixing. Sometimes some of the people, they wash.
But this one I'm looking at, are they soaps or they are fruits?
Which one, sir? I can't see
I'm
the
looking
video.
at something. Are you not seeing yourself now?
I'm seeing myself, but I can't see the video.
You are not seeing the video. It will
No,
come on now. You are not seeing the screen.
I can see you, but I can't see the video.
Oh, sorry. But look, this thing, I'm looking at the picture now
Okay.
with some very beautiful, like the color I'm wearing now, like this pink soap, or either they are soap or are they fruits?
That is bad bombs.
What?
Bad bombs.
Okay.
Yeah, that is bad bomb. I'll get to
You
that
get
one
there.
as well.
Okay.
So I want to bring a point out, Pastor Sunday, why our soap is different from the soaps that you could buy, because we could go to store, you can buy 20-piece soaps, you can buy 50-piece soap. Yes, is there. But why our soap is unique is because we are using oil and butter. It's like you're bathing, and then you don't even have to be rushing to say you want to come and cream your cream. And I'll give you the example why soaps that you can buy in stores is different, and is different from our own. Is that if you know, sir, when you wash soaps lathers. But what commercial soaps do, in order for the production to be cheap, they use sodium lauryl sulfate. Sodium lauryl sulfate is SLS. SLS is a foaming agent that actually helps us to get that lather effect. But in our own case, we use coconut oil to get lather. So if you are using our soap, it will not strip your skin. It will not strip your skin the way those soaps does to your skin. Because I discover also, when some people wash their skin, right, they will start, the moment they come out of the
Bathroom.
out of the bathroom, they will start itching. This is caused by sodium lauryl sulfate, because sodium lauryl sulfate actually irritating the skin. It exposes us to chemicals out there. So anybody could also go and Google and see what our SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate, does to the skin. Is not good. I don't have to go into details, but if you Google yourself, you'll be able to know what this does. But in order for us not to allow people to be getting these kind of things, we use coconut oil to get that lather effect that shops or manufacturers are doing. So we use that as a substitute, so people will not be getting that kind of skin problems that they are doing. And another thing, that the reason why our soap is different from every other soaps out there, is that we retain what's it called, glycerin in our soaps. And I even forgot to, sir, if the team can show when I went to Africa, because I had to go to Africa to learn how African black soap was made in a unique way.
Okay.
Yes, I went to Africa to go and learn how it is done. Because I learned the European way of doing it, and I had to go to the original way of making African black soap. And if you see what these women are doing, they are really trying. They are doing fantastic things.
But they are not exporting. They are not exporting it. Are they exporting it?
No. Some I didn't ask them. I just went there as a student to go and also promote that community. You understand? So I just went there.
So these are the women, eh?
Yes, sir. These are the women. So that is me, although I can't see the video. That is me trying to, have a go to see how African black soap is made. I was trained how it is made, what they use, and everything is planned. is oil, everything is plant and things. So after I learned that, I had to.
Everything is natural.
It's natural. Everything is natural.
We are playing the video now.
Yes, yes, sir. So everything is natural. There's no chemicals that after using it, because right now we would not know. We can't, with our naked eyes, we would not be able to see all those damages all those soaps are doing in stores, all those soaps we buy in stores, what they are doing, because they had to make it a cheap way for it to be affordable for everyone to buy.
Your company is called Notch
Notch. Yes.
Then
Notch.
you have, what is Notch genuine?
Yeah, no, that is a genuine African black soap. You know, I mentioned that they do it in a funky British way of making African black soap, and also I had to also go and do the traditional method. So we are doing it in a traditional way to make African black soap. So that's why I said it's the genuine one, the genuine African black soap. Yeah. So can I continue talking, sir?
Yes, please.
Yes. So the difference between the glycerin, I'm talking about glycerin. So what commercial soap does, majority of us may not know it. I also did not know this before. During the production of making soap generally, they remove glycerin out of the soap and resell it back to us. So the glycerin now, what does glycerin do? Glycerin is very good. It's just like a magnet. Glycerin, draws moisture from hair. It draws moisture from hair to our skin. So glycerin is very important to be, to apply on our skin. So if you have that in your soap, to be honest with you will not be having that, those dry feelings we normally experience when we use commercial soaps and things like that. We will not be able to experience such. But in the the other way of making soap that the commercial soap does is they strip it out, they take it out, they extract it out, and they resell it back to people who make cream. That is what they put back into our creams that we use, because it's another way of making money. But in our own, we leave it in there. We don't take it out. We leave it there. So when you finish washing your body with it, you don't have to be running and say, oh, I have to clean my body, or your skin becomes dry. We leave it there, and it actually helps to, pull out moisture, like I said, pull out moisture from hair. And that is why our soap is very different from every other soaps out there. And to mention as well, during the time that I was in Nigeria, we were looking for companies that does coconut oil. There was no, it's not that there was none, but if you compare in here that I live in UK, I could just type coconut oil and you see thousands of companies coming up. They sell coconut oil. Remember, sir, they don't grow coconut oil here, but they are able to bring it here. So we don't lack any coconut oil. So I thought it was going to be the same way I would get it in Nigeria. But when I type in coconut oil, just for me to be able to see companies doing coconut oil, I find out that there's not much. Even if you get companies that do coconut oil, it's not in a very large quantity that way that you'll be able to say, okay, you're crazy about it. I want to buy in a very large volume because we use a lot of coconut oil in our products. You understand? So you will not be able to get those things. So I had to also learn how to make coconut oil. So in order for me, because sir, I only buy from those mamas just to encourage them as well. And I discovered that if all these mamas are doing this coconut oil, it's always not enough. And I know I'm getting something very good, and that is organic, real organic coconut oil. But because also them is a very tiring thing, it's a very tiring process. And when I was Googling Pastor Sunday, I had to look for which are the top companies or countries that does coconut oil. Indonesia do about 18 million tons of coconut oil in a year. Philippines do 15 million. India 11 million, Brazil 12 million, Brazil is 2 million, Mexico do about 1 million, Thailand do 1 million, Malaysia do 663,000 tons of coconut oil per year. But I was expecting my African, to be able to be at the top of this, because we all also have coconut oil in Africa. But the only people who came, Tanzania came up. Tanzania do about 530 tons per year. Ghana was 366, but I did not see Nigeria there. So that also triggers a lot of things in me that, well, this is another opportunity for me to be able to also. So if other people as well that wants to be doing coconut oil, that wants to get coconut oil, we can also be able to be doing coconut oil. That's the reason why we also started manufacturing coconut oil as well.
What is the difference between this soap? So how many products do you people manufacture? Black soap, coconut oil. What are the things you do?
We do black soap. We do coconut oil. We also do bar soaps, normal plain bar soaps.
Okay.
Yes, because cocoa is the same. Is mostly the same processing of making soaps, but the reason why African black soap is different because of the cocoa pod in African black soap. Cocoa pod is inside it, so that's the reason why it's different from the normal black soap and the normal bar soaps we do. So we have right now, we still have a lot of products to bring up. We have black soap, we have normal bar soaps, we have coconut oil, we also have bath bombs. And bath bombs, we are the first people to bring bath bomb into Nigeria at present. Because when I went to Nigeria,
are they your products?
Yes, sir, it's our product.
Wow.
It's our product. And what bath bombs does, bath
bomb also. Can you show some of those bath bombs?
Bath bombs also help exfoliate as well. It helps to exfoliate. And there's a video there.
Some people were giving me this in our church, but being a village boy that I am from Idomila, I remember the way I used to manage that soap for a month at least, so that it will be enough. So now these people are bringing me bath bombs, and I just put in the water like they just everything finished. I said, oh no, me I don't go waste money like this. Oh, how can I just put the thing like that and the thing disappear? This thing that waste of money. Oh, that's how I stopped using the thing.
No,
it's like I'm putting cash in fire like this. Everything just disappear.
But sometimes, by Sunday, we have to relax our skin, sir.
So that is the way. That is the purpose. That's what it's meant for.
Yes, it's like it takes out every toxic in the skin. So because some of us use salt bath. We soak ourselves in salt, maybe sea salt.
Oh yeah. Yes. I don't do it too. I just had a woman do it. Let me wash my hand from it.
You have to take care of your skin sometimes. You have to, it's very, very important. So it is very important.
So one of the things also is that I also noticed that the 5-star, when I used to travel a lot, in those 5-star hotels, they used to have these bath bombs in their bathrooms. So maybe you could supply Nigerian hotels, especially those. They said they have a lot of 5-star hotels now in Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
Because I know somebody who is a friend of mine who supplies coconut. No, there is this big hotel in Abuja they call Hilton something. Hilton Nuga. Anyway, it's a big hotel in Abuja. It's called Hilton something.
Is it Hilton Hotel?
Yes, it's Hilton, but it has a name added to it in Abuja. No, Hilton Nuga something. Something. It has a name. Everybody in Abuja knows it. It's the biggest hotel in Abuja. I'm talking of Abuja. It's the biggest hotel there, and it's the most prominent. Everybody goes there. is like the best hotel in Nigeria. So all the big people go there. So anyway, this hotel used to import their, can you imagine it? Their coconut, cashew, everything they used to use, they used to import them. But this guy went, he was looking for a way of making money. So he just went to that hotel and said, can I supply you anything? Then they told him and said, oh, do you know, we used to import the granite, ordinary granite. Can you imagine? But there is a ban or something in the something. So we want people to supply us with clean, good granite. We have granite, but they are not in commercial. They are not in the quantity that we want them, and they must not have those little stones that are you always meet clean. So this guy, you know what he did? He didn't even have the thing. He just went and found some farmers, agreed with them, and started supplying this hotel. Right now, this guy is having 100 acres, I mean, is it 1,000 acres of land of his own granite? Just because he signed a contract with that Nuga something hotel, no, Hilton something in Abuja, Hilton hotel. Huh? Nikon, yeah, Nikon Nuga, yeah, they call it Nikon Nuga Hotel.
Nikon Nuga, I know.
Yeah, Nikon Nuga, I think, yeah, that's what it's called. So Nikon Nuga Hotel in Abuja, now this is their main supplier, and he can hardly make it. So from that one, when anywhere he goes to now in Nigeria, any hotel, and says, I supply Nikon Nuga, all the hotels want him to supply. So now he has land in his state, he has land in the many states, and he has employees just planting granite alone. So I'm just looking at your own bath bombs now, and so I'm thinking, hey, they put them in those 5-star hotels. Why don't you go and meet them and reach an agreement like that?
Yeah, it's one of the moves that we are doing as well at present.
Good.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So as I was saying, so I want to also, if they could show the video where I was extracting coconuts. I went because I had to learn in a hard. Pastor Sunday, I went through a lot of learning in Nigeria.
How long did you stay? How you have to pay a big price, oh?
Pastor Sunday, I normally stay in Nigeria 3 months.
How many times a year do you go there?
I travel 2 to 3 times a year.
And you stay there for 3 months?
Yes. So I'm doing half in London, half in Nigeria, half in London, half in Nigeria.
You are a hero.
It has got
to a
point.
But you have 3 kids?
Yes, sir.
So your husband agrees to stay with the 3 kids?
Yes, sir. It's the sacrifice we have to do together.
He must be an unusual man.
Yeah. Maybe that I don't want to be rude to any African men, but I don't know, maybe
because it's not African.
I don't want to say so. I don't want to say that.
But you are lucky to have such a husband to do that.
I don't want to.
I don't know how many African men who would do that.
There should be some. There are still more, because every day
that you will be going to Nigeria 3 times a year and staying there 3 months each time, and he will be staying with the 3 children at home. Yes, for 3 months.
Yes, because he had to resign his job. When it goes to a point, he had to resign his job, and this is what we do for a living now. So if we are selling one soaps now, it's putting food on our table. That's it.
Wow.
So that is what we do for a full-time
job. So you really believe in this vision?
Pastor Sunday, there is no going back. This is it. It's, when you wake up every day, that is what you think about, and you're seeing positivity. You're seeing
can we
changes.
Have a contact? Do we have a contact? Because I'm sure that there are a lot of people who will be willing to buy your soap right now because they want something healthy and something something organic.
Yes.
Yeah, so you are telling us about the various products that you produce.
Yes, so The
So you
bad
have
bomb,
the standard soap.
yes.
Is it the black soap?
No, the black soap is different. We have black soap, we have bar soaps.
You have pictures of them?
Yes, they are in some of the videos.
In the
That's
videos,
why I said
okay.
the second video that I sent, which I think I said coconut oil, one of the videos.
Coconut oil.
Yes, where I was doing the coconut oil, I
Can
was
we see the
extracting.
video where she was doing the coconut oil?
Yeah.
The video.
So I had to. So
Yeah,
the
let's see it again.
bad bomb is very bad bomb. Once the video is on, I will be able to explain the video.
Okay. Where you are going there to?
Is it on now, sir?
No, it will
Because
be
I
on.
can't.
The video will be on now.
Okay.
Do you know the video we are talking about? Is it this one?
Yes, where I was taking coconut oil out of the.
Is it where you are sitting down?
Yeah, and I was taking coconut oil where it says taking coconut oil out of the shell.
Okay, and you are putting it in a grinding, like pepper
Yes.
grinder.
Exactly.
Yes,
So
that's
I had to learn from the beginning. That was, I had to learn the way is done. That way. So we extract coconut oil like that so that we know we have 100% coconut.
Coconut oil. Where do you get it? Is it from coconut?
Yes. Coconut oil it comes from coconut, real coconut.
So what happens?
So once you take it out from the shell, you blend it up and you extract it.
You extract the oil.
Yeah, you extract the oil. If you are doing it in a manual way, it's a long process. I just had to learn that. I taught my team so that I will be able to say, okay, if we don't have the machine, this is the way to make coconut oil. So we had to do it in a manual way. That way, so that even if I encourage them that one day you could start your own company, you see where we are starting from. This is our coconut oil. So I train them as well how coconut oil
But
is
now
done.
I'm seeing in the video some other modern technique, some modern mechanism. It's like you graduated from the way you did it with the hand,
Yes.
manual to mechanical or something.
Yes, that is the machine that we are planning to get. That's the machine.
Okay.
Yes, so that's the machine we are going for now to be able to. Is it the big one, the big machine that is making the?
We are looking at something that say our previous factory or something.
Well, I think that's a different.
Mixing tanks and mixing machines.
That's it. That's our old factory. That's how we started from. That's where we started.
Okay.
That's where we started. That's our old factory. And then we moved to another place. So so that's the coconut oil. That's how we make the.
Is that in Nigeria or in Britain?
No, that's Nigeria, Pastor. That's Nigeria.
Oh, wow. So you are producing these things in Nigeria?
Yes, sir.
How did you get the technology? How did you come up with the technology to make it so beautiful like this, especially these bath bombs?
I went to the course. So that's you see where the mold is. That's our mold. That's everything is organic, 100% handmade. Everything is handmade. And to be honest with you, especially here in England, because I can't talk about any other country. Here in London, we appreciate handmade stuff because it's unique. You know that okay, you're not adding any, anything inside it that is not pleasant. So if you look along the video, you will see where we mold our bath bombs. Yes. We have the stainless. Yes, we have the stainless steel. So majority of what we use is stainless steel because if you are using any apart from stainless steel, they could react to chemicals and other things that ions and things could go into our product. So we don't want any chemicals going into the product. So majority of what we do is using stainless steel all through stainless steel. So, so from there, we are the first company, like I said, sir, to bring bath bombs into Nigeria. And why bath bomb is very good.
So
It
people
helps to
in Britain now will not be able to buy your soaps?
Of course, we buy what we do, sir. We do it in Nigeria and bring it here.
Okay. So they are
Because
imported to England?
yes, yes. Because if we are producing it here, we'll not, there's no space for it. The raw materials will be more very, very high. And majority of some of our clients, our customers that buy from us before, if they go to our website now or go to Amazon or any other places to buy our soap, they will see that our product have now reduced.
The
Because it was a bit
prices?
high before. Sir?
The prices have reduced?
Yes, it has reduced now because we are now manufacturing in a place whereby we'll get raw materials. You know, we have more access to the raw materials, but we are buying it here. Is a bit expensive to produce. After the production, we see
I'm
that it's
seeing a
very,
video now with farmland, and it's too early to show the video.
yeah, it's too early. It's too
Okay,
early.
okay. Nina da pakaita video.
It's too early.
Okay.
The other, okay, you've seen the old factory, sir.
Yes,
And
we've seen the old
you've
factory.
seen the bad bombs. You've seen the bad bombs. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, like I was saying, I now had to learn how to do the coconut oil in a very that way. And if you look at the video as well, at the end of the video, you see the machine that makes our bar soap.
Yes. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you saw that. So that's the thing. Then now go back to Nigeria. People will keep on asking me that why do I left my comfort zone to go back to Nigeria to go and
Yeah,
start?
that is a big challenge for a lot of us. A lot of people are afraid of going back to Nigeria. Yeah.
Yes. So my challenges, I to be honest with you, Rome is not built in a day. I also face challenges.
So
And
you
my
are the one,
challenge,
I see one where you is written, training my team soap making in manual way.
yes, that's me making, because I learned from those mamas. That's the way. If you look at the end of where I went to Africa, the mamas were pounding some things like that.
Yeah, I see you doing it now.
Yes, I am now doing it because I'm showing, because a leader has to show, has to show example. When I want to be posh, I can be posh, but when I want to be real workaholic, I can also be
Beautiful.
doing that.
Wow.
So
You are so
showing,
industrious.
so I'm showing my team, this is how it is done. So like I was saying, sir, my challenges, what are my challenges? I face the first challenge that I will do. I will first and foremost, anyone that wants to start up a business in Nigeria, I would plead to you or advise you to try as much as possible to get a premises, if possible, a premises of your own. That is if possible. But if not, you can still start from somewhere. But because of my own experience, what I've went through, I went through a challenge with my landlord. I remember then when, if you look at the old factory, Pastor Sunday, you saw the video with the old factory.
Yes.
We were producing there, and then the agent that introduced me to the the land, I've never met the landlord actually. It's just I got the property through the agent. So the agent said to me one day that the property is up for sale. So my husband and I put an interest to it and said, okay, we want to purchase the property. So because we were renting the place at first, but they put it out for sale. So because being the present tenant, they considered us first because we became the first priority because we're there already. So they told us this is the price of the property, and we said, okay, this is the amount we're going to pay, and agreement was agreed there. But all of a sudden, the agent called me back and said to me that the prices has been changed. The landlord does not agree to the price anymore, that the prices has been changed. So I said, wow. I said to my husband, it was just a couple of thousands, even though it's not easy to get money like that. So my husband said, okay, we'll still agree because they saw the eagerness in us. That is one thing. We are not supposed to expose ourselves for people to know the eagerness we want in something, because we saw that even at the other side of the thing, there is other future development in the property. So that was what we were looking at. And then because of this, they saw our eagerness, they saw what we are doing there and things like that. So they want to use that as an opportunity to exploit us. So we said, all right, no problem. We're still interested to buy the place. So we agreed again. So during the process, the vendor and us and we, the buyer, were doing the process of buying in and everything. The man came back the second time and said, oh, the price has been changed again. So I said, wow. Not again, they came the third time. After we accept the second time, now they came the third time and said the price has been changed. That was when my husband and I now pull out and said we are no longer interested, because they are not a straightforward person. And because they saw that the eagerness in us and they see what we are doing there. So that's why I'm advising people that if you want to start something good, don't start with your own place. Because that place has been registered. When we did the NAFDAC, that place was registered as the company with NAFDAC, because we're getting NAFDAC license and everything to sell the product. And that was what happened. So, but without knowing that, this man was pushing us to buy our own property. And if you can see in the video, there's a video there, our new factory now. If they can show the new factory.
Okay, in that same video?
No, another video. I wrote our new factory in the video. There's our new factory.
That's the name of the video, our new factory.
Yes, sir. So the old factory now, we had to pull out from the cell. We had to pull out from the old.
Okay, I see it now.
Yes, we had to pull out from the old one and then buy our own place. So we even when we bought this new place, there was a place they gave us before. These people also used, fraud on me by selling me land, no money, no land. So I end up being in another thing, because there was no property now for us to be producing, because after the landlord said to us that the house is up for sale and we are not buying it again, now they pull up the property price up, the rent property up about 50%.
Wow.
So there's no way we can be wasting money like that to be renting. So we had to buy our own land. So when we bought our land as well, my lawyer, because I bought the land through my lawyer. So my lawyer brought somebody to go and represent me there. I didn't surface, I didn't want to show myself and things. So when the lawyer went, the lawyer's representative, my lawyer didn't go, which between myself and my lawyer, he didn't tell me he wasn't going to attend, but he sent his representative. So by the time getting there, his representative was, you can't predict some people. It was bought. So my lawyer have already warned me that before he will be able to release, I shouldn't release money yet till he gives me go ahead. So the right person I'm supposed to send the money to, the lawyer told me to send this to somebody else. So that was how my money got mixed somewhere. So now we are stuck, no land, no money. So from there, the community people came, the community chief.
So why couldn't you hold your lawyer responsible?
Yes, I held him responsible. He needs to. So all the case was fighting and everything, and it got to the community. And the community saw what we were bringing to that place, because it's a development for them. There's some other factories and industry at that area as well. So because they see that we are also bringing something there, especially being a soap, everybody uses soap. So they see that is one, it's going to create jobs for people around there. So they had to come, and I believe that it is a favor of God, because I don't know these people from Jakarta, I don't know them, but they just stood by me. They stand for me, and they were able to help me to fight, even though my money is still out there, but they gave us
up till now. He has not returned it?
They have not returned it, but they gave us a land. So the money
But
is
did you take the lawyer to court?
yes, my lawyer and everything, they are still in the case now. But in order for us not to be stuck in that place, I have to keep moving. Because whatever challenges come to me, I always fight it and I solve the solution out. But they said they will get the money for me. But in the agreement, the land that I wanted to buy, because then that we wanted to buy the land, they were giving us 1 plot, 2 plots here, 3 plots here, but we wanted something big because we are going to do something more. So we wanted about 2 acres of land. And because we're not able to get it in one place, but the only place we were able to get it was where they did that for us. But the community now got up now, and God used them and they gave us another land. So that is where we build that place now. So that has been resolved. But they promised that they're going to get my money back, even though they don't get the money back, but we've gotten the land even more cheaper and less, money compared to what the other opponent wanted to sell for us. So
You had to fight corruption everywhere.
Everywhere, yes. Every day you have to
So
fight corruption.
what are the challenges you encounter going back to set up a business in Nigeria?
Yeah, so that is part of my challenges.
Corruption,
sir.
People who are not straightforward.
Yes.
Deceptive people.
Yes, sir.
Lack of trust.
Yes. And everything I faced, and I overcome them. So, but I don't want to discourage anybody here, because if I say one person do something bad, I don't want to paint everybody. There are good people in Nigeria, sir. They are also good people. The same way there are bad people in all over the countries, there are also good people as well. There are good people in Nigeria. It's not everybody that is bad. Because I work with good people and also bad people. So these are one of my challenges. My second challenge, Pastor, is workers. Sometimes workers are not trustworthy. They are not loyal. And I also face that. What I faced with my workers is that one of them, my PA, had an accommodation issue. And then he came to me and then said to me that, oh, he has an accommodation issue. Is there any way I could help him and things like that? But because because I've got rules and regulations, I don't want to be like I'm the Messiah. I have to solve everybody's problems, and you have to have something, tangible, something that you need help for. So he came to me and said to me that because of his accommodation issue, I said, okay, that's fine. What do you want the company to do for you? And he said he wants to take an advance payment to be able to get an accommodation. So when we said, okay, we have to put this in writing, we're going to pay you advance payment, and you're going to be paying us instrumentally when you get your salary. So that was signed and everything, and everybody was happy. I came back to London, and then the next thing, 2 weeks after I go back to London, the next thing I saw was he resigned. He sent me an email that he's resigning from the job. So I got betrayed. I got used. Because it was so painful. If you are trying to help somebody 25 years old, trying to help them, because if somebody, having problems like that, and you're able to come out, because how many employers will be able to want to do that? So he took the money away. So I had to, I was calling him. He made me to, because he switched off the business line. He took off the keys and everything. And I kept calling him that, please, when are you going to, can't you even just wait for me to come back and everything? So he started giving me attitude over the phone. I said, fine. So I had to go back to Nigeria. And then, when I go back to Nigeria, and I was calling him, I said, so are you coming now? Are you bringing my stuff? Are you the attitude and whatever? So I had to report him to my police friend. So if people think that there's no laws in Nigeria, there is some laws, because if you go to the right ways of doing laws, there's justice in some parts if you want to make sure you get to justice. So when they got him and they, got him arrested, just to cut the long story short, he was begging and everything, and he said it's devil, like they always say, it's devil's work and things like that. And I said, look, you are not supposed to do that. I only try to help you, but you want to play smart. But between that, Pastor Sunday, there was a lot of resentment with me. People turned against me. Even families was like, oh, because of money, you're arresting somebody. But they didn't know the message I was trying to pass across. Because in life, you have to be loyal. You have to have discipline. You are not supposed to fraud people. Because you see that, okay, this is an opportunity for you to quickly run away, to get somebody money. Okay, that is a cool money. Because they call me JJC, Jolly Just Come, like they normally say in Nigeria, Mumu. Why should I give somebody a staff advance payment? But sometimes they do it here. You can get an advance payment here in England, and you could be paying back.
Did the guy return your money, the advance payment? Did he return it?
No.
Keep him in prison now. What's the problem?
No, okay. You mean then or after we got him arrested? Of course, there was a lot of begging, and he begged and said, okay, please, because he didn't, because he did not, he doesn't have money, and this, that. And we just got. But the message I was trying to pass across.
So he returned your money, your advance money.
I just had to let it go for him.
Because of people who are putting pressure on you, all that, right?
It's not because of, no, sir. It's not because he was locked up.
He was locked up. He should be locked up, or it brings back the salary he took.
Yeah, he was locked up. He was locked up.
You should have still be there up till now as we are talking.
He was locked up. They took his phone. So I don't now know, maybe they returned back his phone, but there was he got punishment for that. But the message I was trying to pass across, because some people in Nigeria, they don't believe in all these things that, oh, shebi is small money. And I said to you, is a small money, or to me, if you don't have discipline, you will continue to do that. Because if he does that now, he will believe it's the normal thing, and he will do it to somebody else. And it is not all of us that have got tough skin. Some of us may experience such thing now, and the next minute they will say, oh, that is how everybody is. They will not want to, try that to somebody else, and it will block other people's blessing.
There is going to be, the reason why there is pervasiveness of evil in Nigeria is because there is lack of penalty.
Yeah.
People are always saying forgive, oh, let it go, forgive, have mercy, forgive. And that is why the culture has become like that.
Yes.
Do you know how many prisoners we have in Nigeria altogether?
Huh?
I know. I could help you.
Okay.
In the whole of Nigeria, a country of 200 million people,
wow,
we only have 75 or 72,000 prisoners. Wow. That is less than you have in the smallest state in the United Kingdom.
Wow.
72,000.
72,000.
Only 72,000 in the whole of Nigeria.
Wow.
Where there are millions in other countries. Why? Because everybody is saying, let it go now. Don't let It's one of the smallest number of people, ratio-wise. I mean, one of the smallest amount of prisoners in Nigeria is because there is no judicial system.
Of course.
They are not sending anybody to jail because, I mean, the only people, those 75,000 people are mainly the people either who killed people or who did some very big crime, or who did some big madam and big men locked up because they offended them. Otherwise, all these kind of people, they belong to prison. They shouldn't be working among people. And because there are no prison systems like that, nobody is jailing anybody. That's why everybody is a criminal and they are walking around and you are thinking you are dealing with normal people.
Of course. And that was the message I was trying to pass across to everybody. That, life is not supposed to be like this. He has to face consequences of what he has done.
Impunity is that I will never be punished for anything. So impunity will continue, and it will be pervasive if people are not punished for their evil.
Yeah. And that was what I was trying to pass across, that it's not that I didn't even care, because I don't like to please man. Sometimes you would just, I don't want to say, okay, oh, because people would say, oh, I'm a bad person, but I just had to let them lock him up. They took his phone and everything. Nobody showed up for him. Nobody showed up. So they were locking up. If not that my there's a lawyer person that now came, and now lawyer was there as well. The case was done, and they said, okay, what do you want now? And things like that. And the lawyer said, look, this guy is guilty. Are you guilty or not? How do you want to be paying this money instrumentally? There's no job. There is nothing. So how do you want to be paying the money back? Because I want my money back. So he said there is no way he's going to pay my money. But just for me to just, he's already been punished anyway, because I've passed the message across. Don't think you can do it to everybody. You cannot do it to everybody. You must pay. You must pay for anything wrong you do. You must pay for it. And I think they took his phone, and I said to them, look, just sort him out. I've passed the message I want to pass to him. I've passed it to him. They lock him. I think I can't even remember how many days they lock him up. I don't want to hear about it. They took his phone, but I know that he faced a lot of problems before he was finally released. But I just said, just take the money away, because the mother called me, and my brother, called me, and everybody was like, whatever, and things, because it even caused a lot of problems within my family, and I didn't care about that. But the message I wanted to pass across, I was able to pass across to it. And also with drivers, my driver, they also do the same thing. So I've passed through a lot of challenges which I overcome.
What did the driver do?
The driver, my driver, that one is more of like the fetish, whatever. Sometimes they believe that, oh, if they do some fetish, whatever, because they don't know sometimes God who lives inside some people is greater than their own whatever fetish things that they're doing. They'll be putting some rubbish things, so that, because it's the one who drives my husband's tanker. My husband supplies diesel to some of the hotels and banks and things like that. So in order for you, they believe that they get the job. In order for them to keep the job, because they get a lot of money from this thing, in order for them to keep a job, they would think they can do fetish things and then keep the fetish whatever in the car. And then that day, I think the supervisor was just going in through the vehicle, and then he saw those things that it was done. I said, what was this? And they called me. I came to inspect that, and I saw they took like a broom or something. They took broom, and I was like, what's this? I don't believe in all these things. So I just set it ablaze and burn it, and that was it. And it was changed. We got another process. I was like telling, I had to preach to him. Did your fetishness held your job? It didn't held your job. It even put you into more wahala, like I would say. You even put you into more wahala. I told you, if you're working for me, you want to be part of my team. I don't mingle myself in fetish things. It is only God who I, serve. So you can't mix fetishness with me and with God. So that was how he lost his job. And then the mechanic was like, oh, madam, change your vehicle, this, that, because some of our Nigerian people, they think that, you have to be luxury, you have to be, show off, I said I should buy a new car so that I'll be able to show that. I said, what am I showing? If for me to be able to buy a vehicle that is taking me from A to B, why should I have to change it? I don't need to change my vehicle. If I have the money now, I can't afford it. If I have the money now, I would rather invest it in my business than change it. But I discovered that what you've been teaching me, what you've been teaching us, I'm impacting it also into their life. I start to change their mentality as well. I start to change their orientation. It is not about everything is about buy this. You don't need. Money is not meant to be spent. You need to know the laws of money. So I was telling him, I don't need it. my vehicle is not, there's nothing wrong with it. You are the one servicing it. Whenever I'm not here, you're the one servicing it. Why do I need to change it? So I had to change their mentality as well. And with so things like that. To the electricity, how did we overcome electricity? I'm just giving the challenges that I went through.
Yes, how did you overcome the electricity challenge?
The electricity, after we build our new place, because the old place there was a light issue, constant generator. So we have to introduce solar power into our factory. So the solar power is what is carrying majority.
But how many investors do you have to do all this?
Pastor Sunday, right now, we don't have any investor that has invested in our business. It's just myself and my husband and all the savings we've saved, and then we put it there. But now is where we've got to a point that we've started in our little way, is growing. Now we want to mass produce the product so that when we buy a lot of ingredient now, we'll be able to mass produce, and using the best organic, which we can get in Nigeria, we mass produce and we'll be able to, do in a very large quantity. We can, do in a very large quantity, like big boys, like we used to call them, do it.
Because you have the market. Even in Nigeria alone, 200 million people is like 4 times even in Nigeria alone, it's like 2 or 3 times the market of England.
Yes, exactly, sir. Yes.
So we have the market, and then you can still bring to Europe.
Yes, because we're already selling it here. We have it in Amazon. We have it in, there's Gigi have our product. They have it in what's it called, the Jumia. There's some what's it called, some chemists collect it as well. Some chemists collect it in stores in Nigeria. We have some here on our high street here in England as well. They are carrying it as well. They have them. We have them on our website as well. So is a soap, you cannot lost in soap making.
How much investment will you need right now to take your business to the next level?
Right now, we need at least 120,000 pounds to be able to buy the machine, the big machine that you saw in the video, to be able to buy this machine to mass produce, so that we can ship it out there. Just keep shipping it out there, and we are working so hard. Even the little way we are doing it right now, we are working so hard to do at least, even if it's as much as 250,000 per month. That is in the bars. So we are capable of doing that. 250,000 in single-handedly, 250,000 bars in a month, because we have the land for it, we have the factory for it. So it is just machinery.
And what is the amount you are making now?
Right now, we are making, is it on a monthly basis?
Yes,
or
monthly basis.
yearly?
Monthly.
The monthly basis. Let me bring the paper. Now I will just do it in the because we have.
Because you said that in a month you have the capacity, the possibility of making up to 250.
That is if we have the machine.
Yeah, if you have the machine, you'll be able to make 250 a month.
We'll be able to, yes.
But how much without the machine? How much can you make now without the machine?
Without the machine,
I just want to see how many times will it increase your productivity.
Right now, we are not in that high, because it's manpower we are using now.
Okay. So, but this will increase you many times.
Quicker. It will. And we have the business plan for 3 years.
Okay. So if anybody will invest, because I'm sure that some people are listening now that might be interested, but they will have good returns, right? That's what you are saying.
Yes, sir. Good return. Yes.
But sometimes the most important thing is not the production, but even the sales. Do you have the market for these things?
Yes, we have strategy to get all this product out. We've already strategized how we're going to get our product out. Right here in the UK, what they are saying to us is that if we enter into a contract, there's people there to collect it straight away.
Wow.
Yes, there's distributor here. There's distributor here. There's distributor here to collect the soap straight up like that. So it's just for us to, because if we go now and say to them that, oh, we have products, but we cannot meet the demand, then they will take us on serious. So if we can get the investment, we'll be able to mass produce, and then start getting it out. We don't want to go in there and sign a contract and say, supply me. And then there is no way we'll be able to meet the demands because the extra money is not there. It's just me and my husband, our savings that we've put into how we are now, because our building, when we build the factory, and that has really eaten into our money. So we want to make it big to be able to push it out there, even in Nigeria, to be able to push it out there to start producing. And that's it. So we've conquered majority of the things that we want to challenge in Nigeria. We've conquered the electricity. Like I said, there will be no electricity. That's why we didn't go on to the grill, which is the NEPA. Because NEPA is one of the things that could cripple business in Nigeria. And because we don't want to fail in this business, we did not go onto NEPA. We did not go into NEPA because let's assume now that we are making 1 million naira in a month. And NEPA is bringing a crazy bill for about 800,000 naira. That's a crazy bill. So that's why we don't want to go into grill. So we decided to go solar panel. We have a backup generator as well. So those are the things that is generating electric for us. We didn't go on to NEPA because NEPA could cripple your business. So we didn't go on to NEPA. It is just solar. So there is nothing we have business with NEPA or that will stop our business, because we were doing that in the other place and it's slowing down our production, is slowing down what you're doing. But we were able to get rid of NEPA, and then now we are on our own with no grid. So that is how we conquer the NEPA. And another challenge that I went through in Nigeria is the movement. Now I know what time we can maneuver in Nigeria. We know the time. Even if we are supplying our customers, we know when our drivers have to come out. We know when they have to supply our customers. We play along. So every situation we find ourselves in Nigeria, we're able to meet it, we're able to work with it, we're able to learn to adapt to the system, to the system of how whatever challenges we are going through in Nigeria. So
you say you have some other plans, some other products you would like to release in future. What are some of those?
Yes, in future we want to also go into creams as well. We want to go into creams, making creams, especially sun cream. Majority, I want to orientate Nigeria, and that is why we will be also getting a school, natural skincare school as well. That is very soon, by God's grace. We'll be able to also get a school. We have the land for it. So everything is in one place because our land is very big. Everything is in one place. We'll also be able to encourage, we'll start getting them from young, to be able to capture them from young, teach them how to make soaps, how to make creams, how to make lotions, how to make shampoo, so many things. So we are bringing creams, also bringing creams in future. So those are also part of our plans. We want to bring up into just to expand our brand, and gradually is becoming known for those who appreciate it. Even you want to say something, sir?
Yes, I wanted to say that in the UK, for you to be able to sell your products, because a lot of people who live in the UK even and produce something, they said that there is such a long process of getting permission for them to be able to sell anything. Talk less of bringing it. Some people even told me, if you bring anything from Nigeria, forget it. You will never get certificate for them. you will never be able to, because the stores will not receive those things from you to sell without a
Right.
UK license or UK number or UK permission or something like that.
Yeah. Two things that we did. First was the stability testing, and also stability testing and safety assessment testing here in the UK. So you have to test your product in order to be able to sell it out to the consumers. Without you having that permission to sell them, you cannot sell it. And also, immediately you have a product you want to sell, you need to register it as well. That you have a product in the UK that is being in the UK to sell. And the more reason why, because even my lecturer did say it as well, that majority of things coming from Africa, they don't like taking it. And this is the reason, because I also had to go to Nigeria. Like I said to you, sir, I went to go and learn the African black soap. I also went to go and learn how they make the liquid soaps. But I discovered that it's because they don't know. There is no hygiene. That is one thing I want to also bring to them. They don't know hygiene. They don't know how to test pH level of product. So obviously, if you are not representing yourself, presentation is the key. If you don't present yourself properly, your product, because I could guarantee you, sir, like I said, when we are doing all these things in our lab, they are doing the pH level and all those things, people will be looking at me. Hygiene has to be top notch. It has to be, you have to be cautious of those things. So the pH and everything, we did all those things here. Now, another thing is for you to have a license now to import to the UK. So those are the things. If people saying that, I don't know where they went to, but if African people, if we can be representing ourselves, it makes me to remember this, that when I was in Nigeria as well, sir, our brand, I don't know if I have it here. Okay, this is one of our brand here. I took it to one of the shops in Nigeria, a very popular shop. Every Nigerian who is watching me now, they will know it. They are called ShopRite. You see this brand, sir, when I got there, they said to me that the guy got intimidated by the packaging alone. And he's saying that, oh, how much, without even giving me the chance to explain myself, to tell him, it was not expensive, because I see some soaps that is not as well as this. It is not about the packaging alone. It is about what is inside it. So he thought that, okay, it's because of you are selling packaging for us. So he didn't give me the chance, because he got intimidated by just the packaging. So some people will even be telling me that, oh, why don't I write made in UK, made in America? I said, why should I do that? This is made in Nigeria. So who am I promoting? Am I promoting another country, or I'm promoting my country? So if presentation is the key, because if they don't collect, if you are importing something from Africa, if it's not properly done, or if you don't do your testing, you don't do all those things, obviously they will not appreciate what we have, because they'll be thinking it's not hygiene enough, it's not good enough. And this man that was telling you is a typical African person. He's telling me that, oh, because he got just intimidated, he's thinking that, oh, it's going to be expensive. Without giving me the chance. So people who appreciate it, they did collect it. And people who is using it, because they know that it is a good stuff. It is not about the packaging alone, but I just need to pass a message to say things are also be made in Africa in a very international way as well. That is the message. Forget about the packaging. It is the content inside. Have you used it? Do you know what it is? So don't get intimidated by, okay, it is the packaging, okay, it's going to be expensive. It is not. I see some things, soaps in Nigeria, that cost as expensive as 8,000 naira. But if you go to stores, Nigerian stores, on Jumia, you can get our soap as cheap as now. I don't know how much the Jumia will put on top of it, because they normally put their commission on top of it. But right directly from us, I think the big one is 2,000 naira or so.
Wow.
2,500.
And this can last for this, so it's a lot inside. This is big.
Yes, because we have two sizes. We have the three 350 grams, we have the 450 grams. So if you can see, they are not really, if you can look at it, they are not much different, but they are not the same sizes.
Yeah, but
So
it's a lot. It's a lot inside. So for that price, it's a lot.
It's a lot. So if we Africans can be, representing ourselves, representing our culture, because this is originated from Africa. So if people saying that, oh, they are not collecting the soaps, they are not doing, because I will hear some people say, oh, the packaging is too much. Kile, what did you put inside in Yoruba? What did you put inside? Why are you putting it? It is not about the thing. It is about the content inside. How am I going to represent my own race? That we also can do things in a match the international way. Not that just carrying one plastic and just dump the stuff there. Because even when I went to one store here, popular store here in London, open market here in London, the guy said, wow, this is African black soap. I said, yes. I said, wow, this is in a very professional packaged. Because they don't believe that African people can think like that to match the thing. So whoever is looking at this, they could only just get intimidated. You understand, sir? So it is us, we African, we have to promote ourselves. We have to promote ourselves and believe in what we are doing, believe in ourselves.
Beautiful.
So
wow.
So also the NAFDAC as well. I don't know if there's time as well. I also went through NAFDAC as well.
Before you tell us about the NAFDAC, I want to find out if there will be people who would like to call into the program. Maybe they want to call to ask you some questions or to just tell you some encouraging words or say anything. So I want to find out if there's anybody that might want to call. Please go to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents and Move Agents Matic, and just and just hold it. My
battery is going down.
Yeah, so so if you want to call, please go to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents Matic and write us and send us a message that you want to call, and we will call you back so that we'll hear what you are thinking about what you'll be hearing from Nikki today. Okay, yes, Vana. Yes. So yeah, tell us about the NAFDAC. Only you have moved your camera somehow.
No, I wanted to get my charger because my battery is going.
Have you put the charger there?
Can I quickly go upstairs to get the
okay.
Is he all right, sir?
No, I will. No, yes, you can go. You can go now. You can go now. So I also want to tell you about this book that you have here, The Secret of Fruitfulness. That's my latest book, and it's just like what we are talking about right now. These people decided to be fruitful. Rather than just working for Uncle Sam, rather than just staying in England and just working and paying bills, they decided to be fruitful, and that's where their destiny is. And for most of us, if we will look very well, we will be able to see things we could do in Africa that will bless Africa and bless the world. The second book that I have there is called Raising the Next Generation of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. This is the way to raise up the new generation of businessmen and new generation of entrepreneurs who are Christians and who are Africans. So this is exactly what we see Nikki do. She is one of those new generation of Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. This is the beginning, and in the next 10 years, you'll be surprised. She'll be an international brand, especially because of the product she has, that is natural and organic. The whole world will be looking for her products very soon. So if you want to join her, it's better to join her right now when they are in the beginning. Later on, they will not need you. And of course, the next program there is, the next book there is The Creative and Innovative Power of a Genius. This book, the Creative and Innovative Power of a Genius, and it's all of us are genius, just to tap into your creativity, tap into your ingenuity. We all could be genius in our own way. Tap into what God has already put in you. Okay, so tell us about the NAFDAC experience. How did you get that permission?
Right. NAFDAC, my challenge with NAFDAC was, I remember the lady, they introduced me to this woman. Then I was here because without selling products in Nigeria or taking it out of Nigeria as well, without having a NAFDAC number, it's not possible. So they introduced me to this lady and she promised to help me do the process of the thing. So she charged me, I think, about 500,000 naira. So we agreed on the price without knowing. So I called her and I said to her that, okay, I'll call you in 2 or 3 days later to arrange how we are going to pay the money. So I didn't call her. Then she called me and she said to me, I told her that I was going to call her. Why didn't I call her that she has used her children's school fee to pay for me to, for the things? I said, that's not true. Why would you, and that sounds irresponsible, why would you use your children's school fee to apply for a woman you don't know? You just barely know me. You just, somebody just introduced you to me. You cannot jeopardize your children's future and say you want to use your money to, which I know it wasn't true. But that had to happen in order for me to learn, to go and learn how they get NAFDAC license. So if anybody watching me today, if you want to get a NAFDAC license, I have become a consultant as well. So I know every secret about everything because you have to go through things in order for you to know that. So after the lady burst herself, or did I say I burst her bubbles by telling her that I'm no longer interested for her to do it, I have to do it myself so that I can learn. Until I discovered that I also have a family in NAFDAC that's there. But Pastor Sunday, they were so hard on me. Because sometimes you think, okay, because you have somebody in NAFDAC, but they become even harder for me. When we wanted to register here in London to get the stability testing and also safety assessment here, it was very straightforward. There was nobody. It's just all over the type in, you send your thing to the lab, they test it, they bring the thing back. It was very straightforward. But in Nigeria, it wasn't that straightforward. So I kept going. I mean, I would wake up as early as 6 in the morning. I would not go to bed till about 12 a.m., 1 a.m. Because why? All the things that we are doing, how we do our product, all the SOPs and how we do our product, we write them down the same way. They say they are following UK standard, but they make it so difficult for us. So anytime we take it back there, it's always rejected because they said to me that NAFDAC has their own format, the way they do their own format. So we had to go all the way, chunk out the ones we've already printed off, we've already typed off. We have to retype them back because they have a format of doing it. So I was able to learn everything about NAFDAC, how it's done. And this, I was doing it myself. I didn't have to send anybody to do it. I have to send myself. I have to go myself to be able to learn. You have to have a premises. Without having a premises, you cannot get a NAFDAC license. And I think it doesn't have to be big. According to what they say, it doesn't have to be big, you understand? But you need to have maybe about 5, rooms for you to, there is the production, the cloakroom, the production room, the packaging room, and the finished product. You understand? So all those things I was able to learn, because if I didn't say to the woman that I will not be able to know all these things. So in future, if I want to register other stuff in future, I know where and what to do to be able to do all these things. So I was glad that I did not give her the money. And even though it wasn't as expensive as that, and that was another thing that I found out, that it wasn't as expensive as the $500,000 she was trying to charge me. So it is not so hard. So I'm not trying to discourage anybody here. If you want to go get NAFDAC number, it is advisable to do it, because it will even make you more it will even make your product to stand out. Yes, to stand out that you're registered, because they test this product as well. And because I know there are a lot of dodgy people as well, they sell product without registering it here in UK and also in Nigeria. So you have to do all those things, because what if you use some product and then people get problems with their skin and things like that? So you have to secure yourself to be able to know, to be able to do all these things. You have to follow the rules and regulation of producing in Nigeria. And I think I was able to conquer that as well. So another thing that I would like to say as well is, if you want to set up a business in Nigeria, make sure you are on the ground. I am talking out of experience. Don't say you're telling somebody, go and help me to start a business, because I've been there as well. I rely on people. I will send this, okay, do this for me, do that for me. And to be honest with you, it's always coming to disaster. It never work. It's never work. So you have to be on the ground. Learn, because I know it's very hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It is hard. It is not easy thing. But if you have a tough skin, this is also interesting. It's not,
Nikki, Nikki, I think we have a caller. So let's hear the caller. Then, hello.
Hello, good evening, sir. Good evening, Nikki.
Good evening. Who is calling, please?
This is Vicky from Belgium.
Oh, Nikki and Vicky. So
Yeah.
this is Vicky from Belgium. Vicky.
Yeah. I just
Are you
want to
hearing
say,
us, Vicky, Nikki?
Yeah, I'm
no, I
hearing.
can't hear
just
the
want to
caller,
call
Okay,
sir.
this program.
go and hear. You have earphone. Wear that earphone. And go and pick your earphone. Yes, put your earphone and plug it. You can hear the caller through the earphone.
All right, sir. Let me get it quickly. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
okay. Yes, go ahead, Nikki. Vicky.
Yeah, thank you for bringing her online. I love to support, very courageous women and business women like me.
Yes.
So like you said, it's not easy to go from here and start a business in Africa. Most of the time they will frustrate you, because I tried that
Yes.
before. So you end up like they are just feeding themselves while you are struggling here and bringing money there. And when you just left, they will just do what is in their mind. And like she said, also the packaging is not only in Nigeria. I just want to tell her it's the same thing here, because when as a black person, when you try to do something here in a different way, in a very standard, in a normal way that it's supposed to be, most of our black people will just look at you like, they will not come and patronize you. They won't patronize you, because it's like you are too much for them. You are too packaging. Even if you are even cheaper than those ones that are less, that it's less packaged, they will not just give you a chance of even support you, or even, be proud of you, which is a very bad attitude. It's a bad attitude. So I think she really tried a lot, and I've been listening to her. I love her encouraging. I love what she's doing, and I would like to endorse her. So I hope
She's
I
not.
endorse her that
She has an unbroken spirit. She's not allowing herself to be discouraged by all these situations she feels in Nigeria.
Yeah, because she know what she's worth, and she know what she wants. That is different. Like when I start my tweets, everybody discouraged me. I know what I want. I know what I can deliver. So you wouldn't even listen to anybody who want to discourage you. So because the vision, she have that vision is there, and she believe in it. So most of the time, if you are waiting for somebody to support us in any good thing we want to do, you wouldn't get that person to support you. You just have to keep, believe in yourself and in God, and just keep on fighting. That is just it. Because nobody, most of Africa, nobody will clap for you when you are doing good thing. Nobody will say, "Oh my," nobody. Believe me, I've been to that.
No,
Extent.
but me, I'm clapping for her, because I'm seeing beyond what
Do you know you
beyond
live in
this.
Nigeria now? we are talking of typical, typical. You are not a typical, you understand me? So we are talking of typical. Me, I'm clapping for her. That is why I'm calling in. I love her spirit. I want to chat with her. I want to really to chat with her. I want to connect with her. That is why I'm not just calling into this program, but I will definitely chat with her, because it's my kind of I'm into business too, so I love business. So it's my thing. So
Because I'm seeing beyond this beginning, I'm seeing a big industry, cosmetic industry,
yeah, of
beauty
course,
industry, that there will
of
be a
course.
big beauty, a cosmetic industry from this, multinational, that will go to all over, not just Africa, but all over the world.
Yeah, of course. You see, because if you are business oriented and you give a chance, and you don't just see how it started, from nobody. You just look far. You see what she's trying to do. So it will. I think she will succeed. Everything will work fine. Just patience and just continue pushing that she's pushing. So for those who believe and for those who watch this video who want also to have to do something with her, why not? Why not? You always have to grab the chance in life. You don't know any opportunity that comes your way. You don't know where it will lead you to. You want to try. Business, it's try. That is life. If you are scared, you just stay where you are. You remain there. That is it. You just have to think.
Thank
So
you so much, Vicky. Thank you
I
for
love
calling.
her.
That's a great encouragement
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Nikki.
yeah.
God bless.
God bless you, Nikki. I'll
Bye.
inbox her. Thank you.
All right, so that is Vicky from Belgium calling to encourage you for what you are doing and admiring your personality actually more, and being encouraged that she would like to talk and connect with you because she's a businesswoman as well. And so she's saying that you have been able to overcome, you are not being discouraged, you are not allowing anything to stop your vision. And but I think we have another caller, so we're going to see who the other caller is. But people are seeing what you are doing, and I think it's an example for a lot of us in diaspora to be able to go back and begin to do something and create something, so that we don't just die here like slaves that have been used paying bills for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and then just die off. And then you leave your children here in Europe, they will keep on paying the bills that you didn't complete payment. And then they will keep on suffering too, struggling. They will never have anything to be their own. I think we couldn't get through to the other people who are trying to call. So let me get back to Nikki. What would you like to say before we go to people who are watching us?
What I would like to say to everyone watching us today is, number one is I would like to encourage everybody, try to take good care of your skin. Skin is very important. Know what we are applying on our skin on a daily basis. Don't say because I just want to use soap, let me just go there and go and take soaps and things like that, because I could proudly say I use African black soap. How many manufacturers would use the same product that you are using? I don't think they don't. I may be selling myself. Yes, I am selling myself. I use the product that I make. That is the product that I use. And all of my families come from our hair. I don't go out there to buy any product anymore. I use my own product. So please try as much as possible to use good product. Stay away from chemicals. Stay away from chemicals, because it's not doing our skin good. Please go and read sodium lauryl sulfate, like I said earlier. Sodium lauryl sulfate, go and read it. It's not a good substance, and this is what they use to manufacture our soap every single time. That is what they use. And another thing that I would also like to say is that whenever you're going out, make sure you wear sun cream. Don't say, okay, I'm a Melanie, I don't need sun cream. We do need sun cream. And that is what I also want to enlighten Africans as well, especially Nigeria, before we start moving to other countries. Always make sure you use sun cream. Yes, we need vitamin D in our body, but excess of it is damaging. So let's know what we are using. Try as much as possible. Also, the water we use to take our bath as well is very important. Just go today, buy what they use in testing pH level of water. And I'm also going to teach people in Africa as well. How do you check your pH level of the water you're using? Because also sometimes our water here, most especially some areas in London, is a bit too harsh on our skin. So sometimes this also happens on our skins, and then the things. And another thing that I also want to say is we should also watch what we are eating, what our children are eating, because this also constitute to the problems of the skin we are using, skin. The thing we are applying on our skin, the food we eat, the water we are drinking. And also, anybody who wants to set up a business in Nigeria, don't be discouraged. Africa is the place to set up things. I have overcome all the obstacles. There is no stopping me because I am a woman. No stopping me. I am very. My husband will say I have a lot of tough skin. So please don't be discouraged. If you have a business, don't put your money sitting down there and it not think about your children, about the future. What are we building for our future? And I learned a lot of this by Pastor Sunday. It's not about going to parties or having nice vehicles or having house. It's more than that. And I learned from this man. Please, whoever wants changes, because I had to lock myself away. Because everything that I learned from Pastor Sunday, I wanted to bring results. I don't want to now, because I told my husband one day, I said, if you listen to this man, genuinely people who want the truth, and I'm sorry if I'm pointing, I'm being passionate now. If you are people who love the truth and you've been listening to Pastor Sunday, you will never go back to the same after listening to him. And I said to my husband that if I don't change, or if I don't change my way or bring result for this man, then I need help. I need help, and I need help. There is nobody that can even help me more. Again, if I listen to Pastor Sunday and I don't change. Please, if you have a passion about something, please go for it. I beg you. Don't be discouraged. Nigeria is not don't listen to social media that Nigeria is the bad, but it is. It has its way. I've been living here all my life, but I still went to Nigeria and I faced all the challenges that I have to face, and I overcome them. So I'm encouraging you today, please don't give up in Nigeria. Nigeria will be great again, and I guarantee you that. I've been in Nigeria. If you want to set something, please look at Africa. Africa is the place. People are going there to do something. What about me? What about you that you're an African person? If other races are going to Africa to see the goodness in Africa, taking things from us, taking things in Africa, they see the uniqueness we have. What about me? I'm an African woman. Africa is good. Africa is great. And we will overcome all the bad names they've given us over the years. We will overcome. And the changes start from me and it starts from you. So start changing your word and go for your passion. Go for it. And that is all I have to say today.
Wow, what a woman. What a woman. You are going to be one day nominated as an awardee in one somewhere. I don't know, but you are going to be recognized very, very soon. And I pray that God will bring that investment that you need as fast as possible, and so that this thing could just go global. Thank you for coming today, and greet your wonderful husband and your children. And I'm sure a lot of people will be getting in touch with you after today.
All right.
Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Good luck. Bye.